Well, here we go. Big round 14 clash, and it comes down to the wire now. Thought it looked like it was going to blow out, but they've kept it within 13 points, the Magpies. It's Morningside 6-9-45, Western Magpies 5-2-32, and we are poised for something special in this final term now. Riley Surrey, you just saw something with the Western Magpies midfield group there at three-quarter time.
I did. Brighton Morgan pulled them into a very tight circle. They've got 30 minutes to save their season. You just get the feeling they've got 30 minutes to save a rebuild if they lose this afternoon. Massive final quarter coming up as we get it underway. Hodge won the tap down initially, got half the kit going towards half forward. Big contest coming up. Trying to get there's Mallon, who's been one of the Panthers' best all day. Harwood, ditto. Both have dived on it, and eventually the umpire's just going to call this for a ball up. Well, they've got a massive 30 minutes here, this midfield group.
Yeah.
This team, to save their year, you find out a lot about football clubs when in this situation.
Absolutely you do, as tap comes down and as Hodge just winning that occasion there. And remember, no Beams, no Austin or Lonergan for the Pies this afternoon. We know that Coach Brighton Morgan said this game would be won in the midfield battle this afternoon, so that's where it's got to drive from, absolutely. And the young man, Samson Ryan's applied his craft pretty well this afternoon against Hodge and just sort of outsmarts him there, gets his own footy back, nicely done, as he just sort of just falls all over his opponent and does the job to wrap it up for another stoppage right here in front of our central commentary position. Nice afternoon here at the Jack Esplin Oval. The prettier grounds going around. It's a 13-point game. The shadows start to cast. Dry day, bit of a breeze, putting the left side of the screen. The umpires said, no, you pushed him out there, so it's going to go Hodge's way. Just use his experience. The best big man in the competition.
So Hodge goes towards the middle of the ground, finds Robertson. He'll just set himself and then hoik it towards the forward 50. The target's Aston. It's a good kick.
Good lead.
And he's going to wheel around. He is a lefty. Sets it up. Colenso's going to get there. Good spoil at the back from Winton.
In fact, out of bounds on the full. Never actually quite made it.
So it's going to be a free kick to the Maggies. And you just get the feeling if they're going to win this game, Luca Winton, he's going to have a huge final term.
Yeah, he has to be massive this term, without a doubt. And this is a risky ball, but it could get out. Oh! Oh, we knew the kick would be risky. But we didn't know that would be the result. Darcy Cameron Reeves. Woo! How about that? And that just shatters the confidence of the Magpies.
I think he's got some altitude sickness there. That was a ripper. And this could rip the heart out of the Maggies.
Absolutely. So Cameron Reeves skips his way in. He's floating. And that footy is as well. It's on its way. Oh, lets us all down through for a minus score. Just going to say you could pinpoint the moment, the apex of that jump where Magpie hopes for 2019 just started to disintegrate. But you have to call it a missed chance, and they have a chance to escape again now. So pressing hard against the boundary.
Johnson.
It's been tough from this position this afternoon. Goes back down the line. Flying at the back, and that's a good mark. That's a really strong mark by Riley Green. Now, he's got a man inboard on the 45 if he wants to take it, but sends it over his head. Just jumps anyway. Hands back over the top, that man, the fly. Cameron Reeves can't get the footy back. Hodge has to work hard at ground level. There are 3 Magpies around this contest. Just diving his way back is Ryan Hodge. And they dance back inside the middle of the ground, and they've got some space to work with. They're going to use the paddock well. He can keep going if he wants here. Henry Joyce gets it out in front and finds a danger man in Colenso. If Colenso goes over the top, he can spot up a man and picks him out nicely. Michael Graham was in a paddock. And now they can just settle it down a little bit and try and capitalise on this ball possession they've had. And I'm sorry, I'm still coming down from the Cameron Reeves mark. I have to excuse me.
Don't apologise, matey. But that was a really good bit of ball movement there. From the turnover there from Morningside, this is going to hurt if he kicks it.
Graham, right foot ball, doesn't hit it that sweet. It's got the distance and it falls. It just couldn't be marked. Went straight through the mitts of Mollison and through for another minor score. So now they go to 6-10-46. And well, the visitors 5-2-32. Just going to have to run this one out. We're going to kick long to the halfback flank in front of our central commentary position. A big fly comes over the top from Hodge this time. Everyone's trying to make the tape this week. And now they can escape. Ryan Harwood, he runs across his own half-back line. He's going to be in trouble if he doesn't get rid of it, Harwood. And that was enough time, the umpire said. Had enough time. He's going to argue his point, but he don't want to talk anymore. And the danger man It's taken there by Ryan Dadds, and well, Harwood, he's not that happy about it, but he just, prior opportunity had evaporated.
They're going in for the kill here, Morningside.
Yeah, they are, but they need to land that killer blow. The dagger needs to come. And can it be Ryan Dadds? He's kicked one so far this afternoon, the Blonde Bombshell. What can he do with this? Kicked 2 behinds already, plus a rush 1. So Dadds, right foot ball. It's, no, the umpire, I was going to say, the Morningside players went up, but the goal umpire never looked like he was going to pay that one, so they could try and escape again through the pocket now, the Magpies.
They just need to get some ball movement here. Do the Magpies, the kick towards the half-back wing position. That's really good body work there from Lumber. He'll turn around quickly. Now he's going to wait for the troops to really get ahead because they're all sitting defensively. Lumber, big one-on-one contest. The big man in Ryan puts the mitts up. Couldn't quite take it. Off hands though. Here's their chance. Lloyd, hand pass over the top from Easton. Goodall, spins 360. Almost dispossessed. Is dispossessed. Now comes out. Easton again, like a bulldog, goes at it. And this should be tied up. But a chance here for the Magpies. They're in the right end of the ground for them. They need to get a little bit of a wriggle on.
Yeah, really liked his game this afternoon, Riley Easton. He's going to have to be big. Good inside mid, just needs to dance his way through the contest. Just reaches for that one, Ryan Sampson. But it only finds its way down to Brock Aston, who gets it going down the wing, but he's sent that one out in the full, so not out of danger yet. So once we get that ball back in from the Riding Road wing, it's going to be that man, Luca Winton, who you said, Riley, Star A is going to be the catalyst of this quarter. The Magpies are going to somehow get home this afternoon. It's a 15-point ball game. So they go long to the hot spot. It went through 2 pairs of Morningside hands. So still very dangerous territory, but they have a ball up about 25, 30 metres out from the Morningside goal. Just can't really see that goal coming from the stoppage. I don't know where this footy's going to come from.
It's going to have to come from somewhere. Hodge wins it down. Howard gets it away. They've done this well here, Morningside. Aston pursued quickly, but gets it away towards the wing. Mollison's in the best position. Well, I reckon they've got their jumping boots on at the moment, do the Panthers, because they've taken a couple of really good grabs. In the middle of the ground, Robertson, he's a left footer, so he's just going to have to wait and wheel around. Where does he want to go? He's just going to go towards half full. That's a really good kick. Winton just lost a bit of position defensively. Mallon over the top. The target is McNeese. No mark taken, but it's a free kick gone against Edwards. So an opportunity here for the Panthers. They are going in for the kill. Ben McNeese, 65 metres out, will set it up. Mollison is the big man there for the Panthers if he can get there, but well done from Moore. There's a free kick. It's going the way of the Magpies nonetheless, and they'll be able to clear through Johnson.
Yeah, a bit of a block in the contest there, and umpire's going to call it back. No advantage paid. It just didn't actually go to the right man, so can't use that option back across the face of goals. That's what they want to do, but so they're going to have to just go down the line. Called to play on now by the umpire. Here's David Lewis, and he just gets it going down the half back line, and now they get this over the top. They keep the footy in? They can't. Because otherwise, Rhett Lloyd was away, so we're going to have a boundary throw in Riding Road wing out there in the sun. It's on the eyes of the players as it sets over the Brisbane River. Picturesque ground here. You never want to get in darkness because these lights are going to get fixed up next season. It's all right, but nighttime footy not ideal here at Jack Esplin Oval. The ball comes back in, just hits the deck. No one gets it first time. It's taken out by Brock Aston, gets it going, and they're away. The Panthers just going to kick long to the hot spot. Camped underneath it there is Henry Joyce. And couldn't do much with it there. Spills towards the boundary line. Lavelle sees it over cleverly. And we're going to have a boundary throw in 50 metres out from the Panthers' goal. It's a 15-point game, 8.5 played, final term.
So if you just feel if the Panthers get the first one in this final term, time will both become a real factor, and it's going to be a mental barrier too if you're a Magpie. Mollison wins it down. Goodall has moved towards the stoppages, wins it away. Well, he's absolutely burnt the kick. And unfortunately, for all his good work at times today, Jack Gould, that wasn't one of them. Frame. Good user of the ball. Fine Aston.
Coming live, Aston.
He's about 85 metres out from goal. Just chips it over the top to Cameron Reeves. Where does he want to go? He's gone forward about 15 metres. He's called the play on, so we'll just have to set it up. 2-on-1 contest in favour of the Pies. No mark taken. Off hands. Tap forward. There from Swan. Still bouncing around. Could be called holding the ball, not quite. Still going. Eventually it's just hacked out of there for the Pies, and they've got to take a mark here for either side. Well done there from Robertson. Feeds it to Cameron Reeves, and he's escorted out of play. It's actually a hold, so it's going the way of the Panthers. Everything going right this final term.
Yeah, rubber the green just going the Panthers' way at the moment, and well, I don't know how many waves more they can resist here, the Magpies. They've got to be clean with their entry. They've been so good this afternoon at shutting down this space inside their back 50, the Pies. Not letting anyone lead out. The lead comes from Mollison, but it's too tight. But a big, long lead. Crozier, what are you doing, mate? He's just floated backwards. Completely blocked off the lead there from Henry Joyce. He'll be dirty. Turned over. Crawford gets it going forward. Now kicks it out in front of Ryan Sampson. The big man is loping towards it and is almost beating the foot race there by Saruria. Saruria does well and sees it over the line.
But at least they've caused the stoppage here, the Magpies. There's a little bit of what have you. There's a free kick. Well, that's undisciplined. That is incredibly undisciplined from West. To give that up when you're in this situation, it's a real shame. It's a story of their season, losing their head at key times.
All right, so what can I do with this now? Panthers still need to convert an opportunity. Now, that's incidental contact, so no 50 there. They can look back inside. Benjamin McNeese has found himself in a bit of space. The lead's coming from Cameron Reeves as well. Burns out, ignores that, goes over the top. Hunt had let out hard. Going to look towards Hodge. Hodge is a 2-on-1 to beat, but does well to keep his feet, and it's cleaned up with some front-on contact immediately. And the trainers see that might have been a bit tough on the big man, and they're running out to him just in case. Go back to the play. The Pies, well, they tried to chip it forward, but that was intercepted very nicely there by Cameron Reeves, but the umpire's just called a stop to play at the moment, as we might have a blood rule.
No, I think he just stopped it because they're in the general vicinity.
No, that's okay, that's okay. We'll go back to the play. Henry Joyce takes it out in front. So far too far out to score. The lead's going to come again from Hunt. Ignored. We're going to kick it a little bit longer down to the direction of Mallon, who works his opponent very, well, I was going to say cleverly, but a little bit too strong with the body. And he's given away the free kick, so another forward entry squandered. But they don't quite look like making it past the halfway mark at the moment, the Pies. As I said, they've been trying to chip, but they need to run and take the game on. We need players like Winton, need players like Easton, and that's good forward pressure. It's just possibly starting to slip away. 12 minutes gone, final term, 15-point ball game. Now, we're going to say the percentage was going to be important for Morningside, but I think at the moment they just need to get this job done. Because right now there are 3 teams on the 7 wins at the moment. Broadbeach in second spot with the superior percentage, 136-15 coming in today, and they look like they're heading for a big win. And Surfers Paradise sitting in 4th on 112%, Morningside 120-32. So just need to get the W this afternoon. The Panthers, as I said, they've been leading the way for the Brisbane teams.
So back at the contest, Crawford eventually gets the way Harwood. Well, he stepped back into traffic, then got out of it, snaps it towards the wing position. It's all Morningside though once again, although it's come off hands and that'll be a stoppage. But the Magpies, you're just going to throw everything at this now. You can't worry about losing by 10 goals.
No.
If you lose today, your season's done.
Absolutely.
And they're just going to throw everything at this and go all-out attack. And they need to do it pretty quickly because we've ticked over 13 minutes. I don't imagine this is going to be an incredibly long quarter the way it's going. Winning to tap down more to the front of the pack. Harwood towards half forward. First there will be Frame. And he's just peeled off his opponent there way too easily.
He's done that a lot this afternoon. It's been great down there, but you're right. It's him peeling off his opponent and getting some space. And that's what's turned the contest.
Frame. Been good by foot as well. He'd be a part of their best. There's no doubt about that. Going short was Cunnington. This is just too easy at the moment here. They need a man up here quickly, West, and try and force a turnover. Morningside are more than content to just hold it up like this at the moment.
Yeah, taken out by front by Aston. You're right, they don't seem to be trying to close down those options as quickly as they possibly could. And that could cost them because they're not in too much of a hurry here, Morningside. Hasn't been that fast pace, but now speaking of fast pace, here we go. Edward Mallon bombs over the top. Cameron Reeves running back with a flight, takes it. And they've worked that very nicely, the Panthers. Took their time across the half-back line. Saw the opportunity to go, took it. It was Mallon who got it forward, and now Darcy Cameron Reeves We'll be very excited to watch the tape this afternoon as soon as this game ends. Big fly we saw at the top of the fourth quarter. So Darcy Cameron Reeves has missed one this term. He'll want to make amends. The right footer. Oh, he's missed that one too. So it's now a minimum 4-kick game. It's 3. That's 18 points in this contest, round 14. We're getting towards the business end of the season. Could be the end of the season for the Pies if they don't do something massive very soon. Big fly comes, but it is plucked strongly by Peter Mollison. He stood up tall when he needed to. It's a clever little kick inboard and spots up Henry Joyce. 30 Sid Guildford's already this season. So
well, that's a dangerous kick,
but I'll tell you what.
Ryan's got it now. He needs to get the hand pass away. He'll find Lumber's got to go back to the big man. Not really the person you want in this situation, to be honest. He eventually got it away. Ryan again sends it towards half forward. Kerr's got to sit under this. He taps it towards the boundary, keeps it in the field of play. And it's gone out of bounds. And it's going to be a throw in. About 65 metres out. And we just wait for the ball to come back in.
Well, he did that well, the big man there, did Samson Ryan. He had to work hard at his bootlaces. He's put in a not the ideal position for your big lanky ruckman, but he did really well. So he should take a bit of confidence out of this game, coming up against one of the best in the business in Bradley Hodge, and working in the back there is Moore. And now they've turned it around. Panthers just going to work this one out of the contest. They could be dangerous if they get the overlap here. Still going through the contest. Nicely done. Swings away. Footy going forward for the Magpies. Now bobble inside the forward 50. Reaches a duke up at it. Does Rhett Lloyd. Still going forward, but that looks like it's going to go out of bounds on the full. And there's another piece of equipment. That's right, another one. Tell you what, you don't have been riding road at the moment because you're going to cop a flying number from the scoreboard. We've also another one there, breezy, blustery day down here, and otherwise very nice conditions. They're just going to run it out, the Panthers. That's nicely done. Stepped around his slower opponent. Spots up the man on half back flank, and this could be a little bit too easy at the moment, but still haven't converted their chances, Morningside, so really need to get one more, you reckon?
So back at the field of play. They're just messing with him at the moment, Cunnington. He'll go short with the pass.
But watch as they commit the numbers down. This is how they work at Morningside.
Finds Cameron Reeves. West have just got to force a turnover here.
We've got to stay tight.
Because this is just far too easy. Cunnington, well, he's taken that one. And then he'll go short with the pass. Good chipping ball too. Finds Livesey about 70 metres out from goal. But again, not that much ahead, so he's just content to hold it and set it up. Mallon's got the sit. Well, it was Mallon or it was Colenso. Take your pick. And this is going to be an incredibly tough kick. But if he can kick it, this game, West season, is all over.
Okay.
So Colenso, 50 metres out, sets it on its way. It's going. It's going to stop short. No mark. There is a mark taken,
well
actually.
Done.
That was very well done from the big man, Gerard. Moore, as you called him.
Gerard.
The
The big man pressed up against the line, so maybe another missed opportunity. Dad's worked a bit the contest from behind. Couldn't quite make something happen with it, so Lavelle just gets it going 4x4, kicks to 2-on-1. But they managed to get the front and centre. Now they've got some run through the middle. This is what they need now, the Magpies. Got to make something happen with this. Lockie Dennis gets it going to the wing. He's got a man out there, but sends it over his head. Not the best kick to Billy Johnson. Johnson has to beat Crozier here, but Crozier was good enough to see it over the line. Got a boundary throw in. Still 15 in it. 18.5 gone, final term. But they look dangerous, but they need to take that corridor on. Every time they move it out to the wing, they just lose that little bit of advantage.
Yeah,
and again,
I don't think it was the right option to step back inside. They've got to go now.
They have to go.
There is being composed, but that just worked themselves into trouble.
Going
laterally at the moment. It's just letting Morningside get numbers back. Mollison wins the tap down. Livesey got the hands away. Kick inside forward 50. Well, just about there. It's off the bounce ball there from Mallon, who couldn't pick it up, but he ties it up anyway. And I think Bryden Morgan, right now, he would be sitting there in his coaching box. And I think he'd actually be a little disappointed with his side's output in this final term. They really haven't thrown down the gauntlet and tried to attack it, and when they have, it's just been skill errors. Maybe this is a chance. Crawford sends it long, big fly, big spoil from the veteran in Howard. Falls to the front of the pack. Crawford goes again. He gets tackled He's dispossessed, could have been holding the ball. It's not paid, but Crawford's tied up now. It bounces further forward, then the kick towards the forward 50. Hunt the target, he's taking a good mark there. He's about 55 metres out, gets it away, finds Graham, and instead Lewis gets the footy. And time now is a massive factor.
Yeah, absolutely it is. But at least you saw there from Crawford, him trying to take the game on. Probably should have been done holding the ball there, but that's what you want to see. Someone who's willing to run it up the guts. Camped under it is the big man, Gerard Moore. And they managed to tap it forward, but they've got to get it out. Riley Easton dances his way through the contest, puts Moore in a horrible hospital position, and Falcons him, the big man. Wrapped up there. Good tackle there by Saunders. Has to dance back through it. Hunt gets it going. Kicks it right in the middle for Magpies, but could bounce advantageously. Dance his way out of trouble, and, well, it's unfortunately stripped away from him, so maybe one more chance to arrest the momentum. But they've got to do something. They've got to make something happen now, the Magpies.
Really
Luca Winton gets it going. Probably buried too deep down there, Winton. Almost wasted down there. So they've turned it over. It's now a Morningside ball. Samuel Godfrey, all the time in the world, gets it going in short, but he's turned it over. Tunnel ball's the man. Riley Easton picks it up in his bootstraps. Now they're off and running. Doesn't really have an option, so kicks it to a dangerous spot. Needed to be taken, wasn't. Comes through, cleans it up, does McNeese. And he looks for Crozier in the middle of the ground. Crozier can kick out wide if he wants to and just take the heat off this contest.
Well, Aston's dropped the mark he should have taken, but he recovered well. You'll find Dads. Dads will go quickly, and he's actually kept that in. Well, that is the best miss kick he's probably done all day. Live seat, goes forward. That's a good leader. It's a good mark as well. Swan. Well, he's about 55 metres out. He'll just go short. Dad's the target. Couldn't take it over the back. Winton will get there first. He's almost caught. Moore now kicked away from Highlands, but he's gone straight to Aston, who can go the lefty. 55 out in towards the forward 50. It's a good kick, and it's a good mark. And I'm not one for the early crow, Nico, but I think he'll kick this.
Well, that was smart.
Henry Joyce has been so good for Morningside all year.
That was smart there
West
by
season
Aston.
will be done.
Yeah, that was smart by Aston. Instead of just going messing around with it, went direct.
To get Morningside the win and to end their rival season, he's done it. 2019 as a prospect is over now for the Western Magpies. And to be honest, this margin could be a lot more this afternoon.
Yeah, they really haven't taken all the chances available to them this afternoon, the Panthers. And if anything, that was a sign of relief that just went up around the ground. It wasn't the biggest cheer, but I think they'll be happy. They'll reckon they've locked this one away. 22 minutes gone, final term. They go a little bit further ahead now. 53 plays 32. They've just been able to, they haven't been able to escape their back line in this final quarter. So credit to the defenders pushing up the ground and really just locking that footy in. You can see the pressure was just building up. It had to break, and Aston managed to hit up the target and Joyce, and probably ends the day as Mollison gets the taps down. Held without the footy there. Crawford tried to make something happen. Nicely done there by Mollison. Easton gets the footy going back. Runs through the middle of the ground. Now comes Luca Winton. Had to see him push up a little bit further. Probably a little too late now as the ball bounces up. Any man's ball at the moment. Taps inside. Get it going with the inside step. It could be taken on the chest if he holds front position. Can't. Spills around, play on, calls the umpire, dances his way on by through Frame. Frame could be in trouble here, and he's gone. But maybe still a little bit too late. He's been great this afternoon, Frame, but just couldn't get himself out of danger there. So, it's at 5-2, and Zane Lavelle, who's been good this afternoon, probably deserves a goal for his efforts. He's going to be kicking from about 45 metres out. That breeze blowing across his body towards the Riding Road wing as the bus goes past. That's where it's blowing towards the scoreboard. Lavelle, right foot ball, sends it on its way. Stands through for a minor score. First in a little while there for the Magpies. They go to 5-3-33. They're trailed by 20 points. Nearly 24 minutes gone. Final term, Riley Starray.
So Howard, just be content to go short to find Pendlebury. I'm just content to play tempo football now, the Panthers. Pendlebury short, finds Howard again. Now where does Howard want to go with this ball? He's pointing to the far flank. wasted time. He's really placed that very nicely. And Cunnington's been paid the mark.
Yeah, smart.
I think there's a sense of inevitability about this one now for both sides. And they know that this result's pretty much done and dusted as it's tied up, and we'll have a stoppage on the wing position.
Yeah, just settled them up there on the wing. But you're right, that inevitability, it seems to have sunk into both sides what the result is going to be. So really see the desperation for the Magpies players at the moment, and the Panthers clearly just keen to move it around. They are not in a hurry to score. This lead is easily defendable at this point, so to make something more happen or just really rub some salt into the wounds. Gets the footy out of the pack there, does Godfrey, gets going down the line and really ripped away from him. That's well done there by Mollison. Came back there with the flight and held front position, pardon me. That was Nathan Colenso. So Colenso, quite for his standards, 20 goals this afternoon, hasn't troubled the scorers this afternoon, and that kick.
Hodge took that casually one-handed.
Yeah, he did. That's because Inspector Gadget had to reach over from the playground to get that footy back. Sent it over the line there, did Colenso, the young man, and turn the footy over. So the Pies go long down the wing. Fly comes from the back of the pack. We're going to try and make the highlights tape at this point. And well, I've got this footy going for the Magpies, and the umpire from a long way away has said, "You've kicked that over the line, son." And that's going to be a Panthers footy. So it's 20 points in at 7-11-53. Plays 5-3, 33, 20-point game. And I think he's going to ask him to come back over the mark here. So just while I've got a bit of time, Riley, what's the Maggies there pretty done, but what's the run for the next few games coming up for the Panthers?
So, big games coming up. At Mount Gravatt next week, then at Broadbeach, that'll probably decide second position on the ladder at the end of the year. Then they've got 2 home games against Labrador and Wilston Grange, so they're all winnable. They're all pretty much losable as well.
Yeah, I watched Broadbeach last week dismantle Labrador, and they are in very good form. They're hitting their stride at the right time, the Cats. So, formidable opposition coming down from the Gold Coast, the undefeated Palm Beach. Really dominating the comp at the moment, but flying the flag for the Brisbane sides has been the Panthers this season. So if they can get that run going towards the end of the season, get a bit of confidence up, get that very important double chance, then that could be dangerous come late September. So they get going for the Magpies, and that's a good take. That's a very good take out in front. It's Brody Lumber, the big lumberjack. He's just going to get it going to the hot spot. Man falls over, fly comes to the back. Jeez, nearly attacked that from right at the back of the contest. Great tackle there by Rolly Easton, and should be rewarded for that, and he is. Tried to take the contest on, but a good, strong tackle there from Rolly Easton. Saw that, holding the ball. Much the annoyance of the Panthers bench. Tell you what, not happy about it right below us down Morningside bench, but Rolly Easton wastes no time, right footer. Gets on its way, it looks like it's going across the face, and well, any chance of a very late revival. Snuffed, 19-point ball game. 53 plays 34.
So back at the field of play. Sting's gone right out of this one.
Just about to say the same thing.
There it is. The siren, and Morningside continue on their merry way. And for the Western Magpies, their season is done. Final scores 7-11, 53 to 5-5, 35. Low scoring affair, not the prettiest affair to say the least, but Morningside far too good, it must be said. This margin, to be totally honest, really flatters the Western Magpies.
Yeah, they won it ugly this afternoon, the Panthers. Probably didn't make the most of the opportunities they had before them. Also very early on, they started the game 1 goal 6. So not ideal, but they got the job done. They got the all-important W. They set up a very interesting clash next week with Mount Gravatt, where, as we said, season is probably pretty cooked now for the Western Magpies. They don't have too bad a run, behind off maybe a couple of wins. They've got Sandgate and Wilston coming up. Remember, they're out without Beams, Austin, Lonigan, but they look pretty done for 2019, and that round 14 here at Saturday afternoon at Jack Esplin Oval has seen the home side, the Panthers. They cement 3rd place, looking for that double chance towards September. Riley Starray, thank you very much for joining me once again. The best
Always
of the
a
business.
pleasure as more numbers fall off the board.
No, it's all falling apart here, and it fell apart for the Magpies this afternoon. Morningside, too good. 19-point victory. They cement their spot in the top of the table, and it sets up a very interesting run home. My name's Nick Davis. Thank you for joining us here at Quaffle TV. We'll be back. Some very scintillating contests for the run home for the rest of the season. Good night, good afternoon, and goodbye.